Welcome to the podcast that's been named among the best in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report, the industry's only daily research video blog. And it's made possible by the exclusive community at the crowdfunding platform patreon.com/RBDR. I'm Bob Lederer, for 25 years, the respected voice in market research. Much has been made about the high-powered social media presence of Donald Trump in the 2016 presidential campaign. An equal amount of attention has been focused on how social media helped propel Trump to presidential victory. But less has been spotlighted on the social media efforts of another GOP presidential hopeful, Ohio Governor John Kasich, and 10 others. University of Buffalo Assistant Professor Yotam Ophir and Georgia State University Assistant Professor Dror Walter have co-authored a Twitter study that is quite unlike any other political study done about that social media power. They analyzed 22,000 tweets by 12 Republicans looking for patterns. In other words, they didn't use the several hundred representative samples which would have been expected in a study. The goal of Ophir and Walter was to understand topic modeling by those 12 Republicans who at one point or another were part of the 2016 Republican campaign. Ophir and Walter developed what they dubbed the Analysis of Topic Model Networks, or ANTMN for short, and they did so to cope with big data and to inductively analyze thematic content. They hope to gain a previously unseen glimpse into the largely unexplored genetics of politicians' Twitter activity. Let's begin with the big picture. Ophir explained with every round of elections, more and more people are getting their information directly from the candidates through platforms like Twitter. We know, he continued, very little about what politicians do with this power. Indeed, what the professorial duo uncovered was specifically what seems to work in social media messaging, at least in politics, versus what has worked in traditional media. Traditional media has been strategy-focused for politicians and on the issues, but the ANTM algorithm was launched without any presuppositions, and ANTM functioned without unsupervised learning and was able to identify patterns on its own. It detected associations, and ANTM created clusters of topics, actually finding that strategy and issues within the 22,000 tweets entirely on its own. In contrast to traditional media, ANTMN determined the inadvisability of pounding tweet messaging with strategy because, quote, it consistently has detrimental effects as it tends to increase cynicism among voters. Perhaps understanding that, Donald Trump used Twitter in 2016 to focus on performance, style, personal attacks, and his polling standing. In other words, anything but strategy or issues. Kasich, on the other hand, emphasized strategy over issues, but he was the only other GOP candidate to follow that course. Together, Trump and Kasich combined for the largest volume of activity during the primaries on Twitter and the fewest number of issue-framed tweets. Ophir intends to continue his work in development of the method by testing it on a larger scale in 2020. It'll be interesting to see what he finds out about the use of issues and strategies in that election. That's your Research Business Daily Report, made possible by our crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR, which is produced thanks to the interest and the support of our regular viewers. We call them Patreon supporters. All viewers, whether you watch RBDR once or all 4 of the episodes we put together each week, really need to know the extensive hours it takes for us to produce just one episode of RBDR. And hopefully, once you're in touch with that fact, you may move on to pitch some support for RBDR. Do you need more ammunition? Well, you've gone this far into this episode of RBDR, which means you've devoted a valuable few minutes, perhaps up to 5, to your workday on our video. And I'd like to think that is time well spent, or you wouldn't have spent it. On average, 150 of you watch an RBDR every day. So becoming an RBDR supporter by visiting patreon.com/RBDR really makes sense. Hoping that you agree. We also hope you have a great research day, and we'll see you back here with us tomorrow.